Hi everyone, welcome to this little thing. I don't know what it is really. It's more like a documentation of what I've been doing for the past week and a half, and I wanted to show you guys what I've been working on. So basically for the past week and a half, I have been crocheting a lot, and I found something on YouTube, and people are starting to crochet Harry Styles' cardigan that he wore in his concerts and on his tour and interviews and such. I'll put up a picture to show you guys what it looks like, and that kind of inspired this jacket or cardigan that I made by crocheting. So yeah, I kind of documented my progress over the past week and a half, and I made a lot of mistakes through this whole crafting journey thing, and I just wanted to show you guys, I guess. So here it is, I have it. Here is the sweater. Yeah, so basically I crocheted a bunch of these little squares and I sewed them together to make this cardigan. Yeah, this took forever, literally like days and days of crocheting nonstop. So I'm really happy with the product, and without further ado, here is the process. Disclaimer, this is not going to be a tutorial on how to crochet this. I won't be like going through the nitty-gritty stuff about how to, you know, use a hook or use the yarn, but I will link down the videos I did use to do that. I am a beginner at crocheting. I've only really crocheted like hats and headbands and stuff, so these tutorials that I'm gonna link below are really easy to follow, and a beginner can easily learn how to do a cardigan like this. Definitely recommend checking out those videos. I will also put down different videos for the stitches I used, and yeah, enjoy. Hi, it is currently Thursday, July 23rd. I'm kind of filming this just so I can also have another, you know, motivation to finish the sweater, because a lot of times I start things and I don't finish them, I just leave them in the middle. So hopefully you'll see the finished product, but yeah. It's been a full day of crocheting. Right now it's like 10:30 p.m. I woke up around 10 a.m. to start crocheting. I've gone through 3 full documentaries and 9 episodes of The Good Place. I have like a little setup here now, and here's what we have so far. Okay, so this is gonna be the back. I have finished 16 squares. So here it is. I have this shirt here just for reference to see how big it is compared to this t-shirt. So yeah, so far so good. I'm worried that it might be a little bit too small, because I realized that the yarn that I'm using is a bit thinner than the person that I'm following, the one that she's using, and my crochet hook is also quite small. I think it's 5 millimeters, and she used an 8 millimeter one, so hers is obviously going to be a bit bigger, but I tried to follow her like measurements, because her measurements were 6 by 5 inches, but mine's 5 by 5, so I'm a little worried, but I think maybe like the bottom, like the hemming of it, what's called like the cuff of it, maybe I'll make that a little bit longer than I planned to. If it doesn't work out, I think I'll just make extra squares, which is fine. It's just gonna be a little bit more time consuming. So I'm quite proud of what I did today. I think I'll call it. I made like 12 squares today, so I am pretty damn proud about that. Yeah, day 2 success. Day 3 done. It is currently 11:45 p.m. and here's what I have finished. Here it is. I ended up making that extra bottom row here just to add length on it, and I'm pretty happy about that. I'm glad I made that decision. And I started making like these patterns, like multicolored ones, which I really like. I think it adds a bit of spice to that. I'm really happy with what I finished today. I think I did about 13 squares today, plus I started stitching things up a bit. I am almost done with this part. I only need to do 2 more squares and then I'll move on to the sleeves. Day 3 success. Also, my hands are starting to cramp up real bad, especially my left hand. Like these 2 fingers, they're starting to hurt a little bit. Okay, I finished the sleeves and I finished mostly everything. It's been 6 days since I started, and I'll show you what I have. Watching Kissing Booth 2 right now. Very, very nice. But those are my sleeves, my back, and I'm gonna start sewing those together. So yeah. Okay, so I finished kind of the body part of it. It's looking pretty good. Right now it's kind of just a vest, but I'm liking the length, so I'm glad I added this extra square. Not sure if I should add another one for width, but I feel like I shouldn't because then I would mess with this armhole here. But so far, so good. Yeah. I also kind of have a sleeve done. I need to attach it though. You can kind of see how it will turn out. Yeah, kind of. Just gotta sew that on. But yeah, this took quite a long time, so I'll finish it tomorrow. So I put the sleeves on, and this is how it looks without any of the additional cuffs or anything, just the squares. And I'm pretty happy with how it has turned out. The sleeves look pretty good. I also decided to take off the 5th square here, as you can see, because I thought it would be better if it was a little bit more cropped, and I'm glad I did because I like this better, and I realized that I'm gonna add a little bit more length with the cuff or like the hemming part of it. I'm still deciding on what color I want it to be. I'm not quite sure if I should get rid of the last squares on my sleeve or not, because I'm gonna also add a little bit of length, like a little cuff down here, just to tighten it and cinch up the sleeves to fit my wrist a little bit. So I'm not sure if I should keep it or take it out, but we'll see. Guys, I am so happy with how it's looking so far. I finally finished up the sleeves. I took off an extra square on the bottom and cinched it up by crocheting it onto this smaller cuff, so it fits really, really well on my arm, and I'm really, really happy that I went with that. And I added this little, like this seafoam green, and I added this seafoam, I can't speak. I added this seafoam green little accent color right here. Not sure if I want to keep that color on. I bought black just in case I didn't like it. So I'm still debating, I'm not sure. This isn't quite finished just yet. I still need to add a little bit down here. Probably gonna use black just to finish up the whole jacket, but I am so happy how it's looking. I was so scared that it was gonna flop, and I was kind of like second guessing myself and thought, why did I even do this in the first place? So much work. What if it doesn't even look good? But I'm pretty proud of how it looks. So yeah, hopefully I'll be done with it tomorrow. I did come across one problem though after looking at my jacket again. I think I want to redo the green little cutoff edges things because it's going horizontal and I want it to go vertical. So I found a new pattern online, which is kind of cute. I really like this pattern, so I'm gonna swap those out. I did go in and hot glue some of the knots down because I'm afraid once I wash it, it'll come undone and the whole thing will unravel. So I used a little bit of hot glue just to secure these knots, these loose ends. I definitely recommend doing that if you want it to last a little longer. So here is the final product. It kind of turned out like a bomber jacket of some sorts, but I really like it. It took a lot of trial and error, but I'd give it probably a solid 9 out of 10. Will I ever do this again? Probably not, because it took me a very long time, and I don't know if I'll have this much free time in the future. So I'm glad I chose this particular period of time to do this project. So yeah. Thanks to everyone who stuck by to the end. Y'all are awesome. You didn't have to, but if you did, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love y'all.